everyone, welcome to the channel for the last game of ETC 2025 for my games of ETC. So after a good win on round 5 against Colombia, we were third with basically in front of us Poland and Italy going to play for the win. I thought mathematically speaking we couldn't win it anymore, which made sense to be honest, considering the run of Poland and Italy totally deserve to play the final on table 1. We are just behind table 2. We have a 7-point advantage over France, who are just behind us since they lost to Poland on the same day. And basically, France is for us, I mean, a good opponent considering the last couple of years we always won against them at ETC. So we have a good track record against them. And I don't know if that plays any kind of role, but surely when you lost a couple of years in a row against the same team, you obviously think a little bit about it before the round. It was the same also for us against Italy. We were capped like 2 years in a row. So before the game, you're thinking like, okay, we can only do better. Let's try to do better and stuff. But surely the expectation, you know that you lost in the past, and that surely plays a little bit in your mind. And here, I think also the fact that we have 7-point advantage, we only need something like a small loss would even be enough for us to be on the podium. So we know that the pressure will be on France. They have to take the risk to jump over us and stay on the podium and make us fall from the podium. So they have to take the risk, and we play spoiler 4 this round, which also is not the scenario, the easiest one to open up games. Myself, I'm paired against Cocofreeze. As you probably know, Cocofreeze played for Team Switzerland during like 6 or 7 years. So he had a long spell with us. He personally coached me during 2 years, or at least 1 good year, and helped me a lot to improve as a player. So definitely someone I see as a mentor for myself, has helped me a lot in the game. And this year, since we had a little bit of reset in the Swiss community, it wasn't anymore welcome by the community overall. They voted against having somebody not living or having the passport, so not living in Switzerland or having the passport to be inside the ETC group. There was the feeling among the community that we have enough players to field a solid enough team, and therefore the vote to not have anymore any citizen who is not living or having a passport. So that was basically why Coco was back for Team France. He played for Team France in the past already, and he was included in the team that qualified this year for ETC. As you can see, very impressive yellow, is like among the top 10, 15 players in the world. So very, very strong opponent here, and he's playing Demon Legion. My list, you know it already. This was Coco's list, so it's a very short list, a very solid list. So Coco has a lot of ETC experience. He brought basically a list that's very solid, doesn't give away any points. Basically, you have that's the strongest magic phase you can get in the game at the moment. With the Snukuja, that allows you to get much more dice than the opponent. If I recall correctly, you can get like phase like 12 to 4, something like that. So you can get crazy phase where you can go basically over the double of the dice. I don't recall exactly how it works, but the amount of spell he can cast is amazing. It's really amazing, and you see that's why he invested a lot of points in this magical setup to get a lot of spell, a lot of channeling. So yeah, it's an amazing magic phase, really, really good. That's something that only the demon can do, and they have really over the top magic phase here with a lot of good spells. So we have the Museum of Sogulag, which is a very strong piece, can go lock some combat. Maybe one of the piece overpowered in the Demon Army book. The rest of the book feels pretty okay to me, but the Miser is definitely standing out. Then we have double Succubi in core. We have 6 Clawfins with Incendiary Eye core, which is good news for me, generally speaking. Then we have 5 Orders, 3 Orders, and 5 Furies. So basically you see he has in his list 4 big block, 2 small units like Chaff and Tai Chaff, and Magician. Basically that's about the list, so it's a straightforward type of list. We play Spoiler 4, Spearhead. I don't recall about his secondary, but I remember he didn't do it. And for mine it was Unleash the Big Gun. Below you have the spell selection. I think it changed one time for Hereditary, but you will see what spell he cast during the game. Matchup analysis. Yeah, it's a blocky, heavy magical setup Demon Legion list. I think primary is very hard to win for both of us. It's likely to be a standoff-ish match. Therefore, also my estimation, I feel here it's typically the type of match where I have absolutely no possibility, or almost no possibility, to go over 10, basically, to win this game. I feel that it's going to be standoffish. I cannot really push him hard. He cannot push me that hard as well. And his range damage seems to be superior to mine in this matchup. Therefore, I put 8 in the matrix. That being said, the secondary I think is in my favor. I have definitely one that is doable. You will see on the map. My path to victory will be to focus on this secondary and play with range damage. I'm not sure I can get anything from this list, to be honest. And his obviously will be focused around magic, and then try to create some breaches, some weaknesses in my battle line to exploit later in the game. Starting here, not particularly interesting. It's better, I think, here to see what the opponent does and adapt the deployment. This is after Vanguard and my turn 1, so I forgot to take it after deployment, but basically it's more or less the same. He won the roll for side, pick defender. I would have done the same. I think here nobody wants to start. He picked the middle one for his Vanguard, mainly to readjust what he wants to do. And I picked the right one with my Vanguard. So basically I had, this unit was there, this one was there, this one here, and this one here, more or less. So basically, then we went back and forth. So I start to deploy right, he start to deploy in the middle. I remember like those 3 were his first one, I would say. And at some point he elected to drop everything and let me start the game to be sure that he can finish. So I think he had like 3 or 4 left. Surely we had, I think, 1 character at least. I would say like this guy, those guys, and probably those guys were maybe his last 3. And that's the point of time where he dropped everything to make me start. And you see my deployment. So he has here obviously the Sentinel, that's the Sugulag, that's his second unit of Sukubai. But basically here what's very important to say, it's the game plan of Coco was obviously to play around this hill. That being said, this also gives me with huge possibilities to have very favorable, I could say very favorable train selection for Unleash the Big Gun. Because here I get the field and the Rin, which are very close to my deployment zone. And it's definitely for me a quite good setup to be able to finish in those trains. Shouldn't be too hard. So I definitely here have an advantage on the second objective. Okay, my turn 1, you see the way I push. So we try to push basically with this flank to get some board control. I'm feeling that's what we discussed before with my coach. We would like to get some board control. It's not easy for him to push, and as soon as possible as I can get damage into the Sukubai, damage those units to reduce his ability to be aggressive and get some board control to play on the secondary and not give him any space basically. So I get Fireball on Sukubai, I kill like 5, and I got Hereditary on Orders. That's a good start. I had nothing in range from shooting, so I just moved forward with War Machine. He moves towards me, get a touch of the Reaper. So basically what he was able to do by playing with this hill is get within 24 of Immortal without being targetable by any magic or shooting. I need also to admit that I don't know, we will discuss at the end if it was right or not for me to allow him to get those sweet spots to target me while not being able to be targeted. But I think we need to mention that I felt that Sugulag can just be on the hill, and Rocket Battery, I mean, it's 3 up, 4 up, need to re-roll the successful one, then he got the ward save, and then I only do 1 wound because of the segmented shell. So I think likelihood that I kill him by shooting all game long is quite low, let's be honest. So I felt no matter what, he could just be on the hill and do the same basically. So yeah, that's why I elected to take this position. I felt the map control is much more important here for my secondary, and I accept him to get some damage. So yeah, so he got Touch of the Reaper, 2 Immortal dead. He got Soul Blight as well, kill another 2, and I dispel the Wrath of God. So you can see he has so many dice that he can cast expensive spell. My turn 2, I push forward to get, I think I got a range like that, and a line of sight as well, or maybe the mage was here, but I think in this one, because that's why I push so much, to get within 24. For Pyro Flow, the rest just push forward. I dispel Pyro Flow, I got Cage and Fireball into the same unit, I kill 4 total. His turn 2, move away with the Cage, kill another Sukubai in this unit, so just move away, those guys turn around, move away, those guys as well, so he sees that I want to push on this flank, and he just retreat while he's pushing on the other flank. So you see this type of battle. In the magic phase, he gets a Rain of Fire that roll Divine Intervention. He killed 5 guys in this unit, 2 guys in this one, 2 guys in this one, so 9 Immortal dead with 1 spell. And he got another Soul Blight and killed another 3 here. So, not Soul Blight, this time it was again Touch of the Reaper, but Touch of the Reaper very often did 3 wounds on my Immortal, so that was going well for him. My 3 I just repositioned, so you can see my Immortal are starting to crumble a bit. After 2 rounds of magic, I'm already almost dead with 2 units basically. Repositioning with the rest, I get a cage on... I'm able to get the magic within range of 24 of this guy, so I get a cage on him, I do 1 wound, and then we got 4 dice against 4 for the Pyro Flow, and I'm thinking, okay, I mean, that's dangerous for him. It's 6 up rollable, then he has a 5 up, I mean, that can do wounds, so... But he managed to take it out with his 4 dice against my 4 dice, and nothing crazy happens. He's turn 3. I start to create a push option with Sukubai, prepare also the Sugulag, and also those guys starting to move a bit forward. It turns around with those guys to push again forward, and those guys as well. So it starts to shift gear and move towards my battle line, because he sees that he did enough damage on those guys that if he does a bit more, he can really push after. He suffered nothing from the cage on Nukuja, and Touch of the Reaper, kill 1 Immortal, Soulblade fail, and the Dance Macabre fail as well. So yeah, this time not so successful for the magic. My turn 4, reposition my battle line, continue to push on top, continue to retreat slightly here, and basically that's it. In the magic phase, I got some spell on this Sukuba unit. I kill 2 with the cage, 4 with the fireball, it takes out the Pyro Flow, and Rocket Battery kill another 2, so I kill like 8, which is a very good start. He cannot really push anymore with that unit, and is not going to move due to the cage. His turn, he moves out and start to push really south. With these 2 units, he's trying to get into charge mode for the latest stage of the game. He also positions his order on the hill slightly, and the Nukuja moves back behind the hill into range for Rain of Fire. In the magic phase, he gets Touch of the Reaper, kill like 2 Immortal, he gets another Divine Intervention on Rain of Fire and kill 4 Immortal and 2 Immortals, and a couple of Vassal each time, so yeah, really effective magic phase. On my turn 5, so I need to find some solution, because he's starting to push. If he engages me, I don't have enough model to really fight him, and that's kind of scary for me, so I'm going to retreat. I turn around, move that way, and basically what I do is that only this unit can charge me. If he does charge me, I will jump over the War Machine, and this one needs a 3, this one is automatic, to jump over and be behind here in safety. And then I cover with those guys that are also scoring for the purpose of Unleash the Big Gun, and here I'm covering as well. So thinking, if he tries to just push and not charge, I can charge him, and if he tries to charge, I'm still in good position with everything, and I can probably save the point from some of my unit. So I'm feeling okay, and I continue to push from the top of the map. In the magic phase, I get Cage on Sukubai, kill 2, Hereditary on Sugulag, so I don't want the Sukubai to be active and be a threat next turn. I dispel the Fireball, dispel the Pyro Flow, Rocket Battery, shoot onto those guys here to make them -1 on the charge, and also manage to kill 1 model and 1 wound on another one. And that's about it. And on his turn 5, so he charged the first unit, I automatically flee over, he need to redirect, I don't remember at which one, like on probably on 9 due to Sugulag being the general, I would say. He charged the second unit, and I roll a double 1, which is the only outcome that I needed to avoid. He need to roll a 6 to catch me on 2 dice, so Coco takes his dice, choose carefully the dice, make a lot of drama about that, to like, okay, come on guys, come and show that moment, it's the key moment, roll his dice, and doesn't roll a 6. So yeah, at least that's that. That would have been really cruel. I felt the plan was okay for me to escape, and there was just a small chance that this doesn't work out. And in that case, this small chance almost happened. Would have been really cruel, because I would have just lost the primary, lost a lot on point, and I cannot recover from that really. So yeah, that's what happened. By fleeing with the second unit, yeah, because he tried... Let me recall that. I think he charged first this one. I think that's how it happened. I don't recall. I don't really see why he went more like that south. It should have been more like that, because you need to pursue to fail charge in direction of the second charge. And yeah, the other one was automatic. So the first one is automatic, and second one was the one to jump. Anyway, so we have just a war machine alive. The guys were decimated, and the second unit. No, that's the second one. So it charged. Yeah, it charged first this one, and then this one. Yeah, that's how it ended up. So yeah, that was it. So I ended up blocked like that. Yeah, and then Sugulag pushed a bit forward, as you can see, and he moved Nukuja in the back to not be shot. And that's it. The magic phase, and I also lost the guys due to decimated here, and here not the case. I can still rally. My last turn, I just move away, so I ask my teammate, do I need to save point? I could have tried basically to have the vassal levies into that. I think I could have had no charge here, or maybe 6, everything in the front. But that would have been basically most likely a 7 rerollable to stick to get secondary. And I felt it's a bit risky basically, because if that 7 rollable fails, I give away the spoil, and there is no need to. Let's be honest. So I just accepted. I will flee and leave half point because he had the charge on 6. So I'll just flee, give half point, and he will take some points south, but I will save the most I can. And basically what will happen, he will charge, I will flee. I will not rally these guys on 9. I will rally these guys and flee again. Just leave the space to flee here. He cannot redirect into the war machine because I move, and I can here flee out of the train to not lose the guys, and that's about it. And I accept not to do the secondary basically, and that's how we ended up. He do some magic on the rocket battery. I think he will take half point here, half point there, and maybe a half point. I think he didn't touch the immortal, so half point immortal as well, and that's how we're going to end up the game. So yeah, he took 3 points with range damage and also flee move for myself, and I took nothing from his list. We draw on Spoil of War, we draw on the secondary, and that's a 13-7 for him. So as expected, standoffish. I have obviously some regret. Should have had at some point. I could have dropped to give him the first turn. I also think I pushed maybe a bit too much, allowing him to play on the hill and safely behind the hill without having to take any risk, I think was not needed. I could have stayed further away from my piece of terrain and push later maybe, give me the time to push more with the top flank and give me more time with the bottom unit, stay far away from the hill. I think we could have basically, if you see the train, I could have tell him, okay, this is 24, I'm not going inside, and I just make the battle line behind. And at the end, towards the end of the game, I prepare 1 unit of Immortal with the character that jump inside. And that's going to be, if you want to charge me, that's going to be 9 rollable. And that's it. And that's it, basically. So that could have been possible. I think I just went too soon in range. Being in the field as well is not that smart, because Rain of Fire doesn't need reroll to wound. So yeah, I think I could have caused him a bit more problem. I was a bit eager to do wounds with Pyromancy into Sukubai, but let's be honest, it did nothing. And I think there is no way Coco can really rush me, so I could have stayed a bit further away to not try to not give away any point, play for the secondary, and maybe I can save a bit more. That would have forced, I think, the Sugulag to go on the hill, to play on the hill, and at least I can shoot him with the rocket battery and tell him, okay, you're going to lose from time to time 1 wound, 2 wounds, and maybe at some point you need to go behind the hill, and that's over for your game, and you cannot blast me anymore. So that could have been a possibility. I could have also then tried to activate a little bit with Vassal Levies at some point to pressure him also off the hill by having counter charge around. So I think I have a couple of options that I could have done differently. I definitely lacked experience on the matchup. I think in comparison to Coco, who played it multiple times, here I think I didn't have enough experience. I didn't play any games against Demon with Infernal Dwarves since a while. So that's something definitely I missed. Yeah, so that's answering that question. I think I went a bit too far, too high, and then it's hard to recover. That being said, I was quite happy about my plan to stop his counter push, but roll double 1 at the worst moment wasn't good. So yeah, at least he didn't catch me, which would have been a big loss for me, and I think would have been a bit cruel, but that can happen in the game at some time. But yeah, I have something I encountered already before at ETC final game. very important moment, and I just get bad luck. It feels like the same I had with like 9 rollable failed that cost me games sometimes at final game of ETC. So this time, luckily for me, it didn't cost me the game. Would have been really cruel, but yeah, that can always happen. I mean, it's a game of dice. Anyway, the round went quite good. We won 86. So after pairing, it was a bit strange because we knew after the round when we discussed together, we knew that both teams weren't so happy with the pairing. As you can see, we have like 11, 11, 12, 12, and then 10, 8, 8, 6. So we were thinking we are losing on the pairing, so not so happy. But then they had the same feeling, which was funny. What happened during the round? Pretty quickly, the two matchup, Vermin Swarm against War of the Dark God, were handshake on 11-9 due to secondary objective. And then also pretty quickly, so we knew that one was a really bad matchup. Pretty quickly, we knew that Andy was going to win big on the matchup against Infernal Dwarves, which is not that easy. But he has some experience against it, and Andy was just on fire. I mean, he ended up with like 94 while having lost 20-0 on day 1. So basically, after this game, he just outside of this game, in 5 games, just giving away 6 points. So Andy really, really strong on the moment that mattered the most. And once they knew that they lost this game heavily, they are going to lose it heavily, they gave instruction to, I think, yeah, those 2 games, they didn't change it much because they couldn't really. But basically, they give instruction to Coco and to Petit Vincent to try to push a bit more. And that backfired heavily on the games against Paul, who was able to win 16. But that worked a bit better against me, where he was able to claim some additional point. And instead of like 11-12, he got 13. And last but not least, Lichmeister had very good opportunities in the game, like flank charge on the BSB general block, stuff like that, where he could have won really heavily. That didn't work, and then towards the end he was rather the contrary. He was a bit at risk to lose the game, so he was happy to end up with the 12 as expected. And that was it for the round. So we won 86, which was enough for us to stay second place, to go second place just above Italy that lost against Poland the final game. So yeah, very good end. Really, really happy obviously with the result. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about the result and analyze a bit of my data, like I love to do at the end of tournaments. In the next video, where I will have a bit of time to go into more details about that, but obviously very satisfactory for us to end up again on the podium after like 3 years being out of the podium. It's a really, really good feeling to be back on the podium. We knew we had maybe not the most complex run to the podium, especially if you compare to Italy. I mean, they face all the biggest team and they still ended up 3rd, so amazing ETC from Team Italy. Obviously we had a bit more luck, but still, yeah, we managed to do it this time, and really happy about that. Guys, thanks a lot for watching the battle report. I hope you like this series of battle report regarding ETC. Luckily for me, I had enough notes and stuff to give you all the details, so I hope you like that. I didn't miss much photos despite what was at stake. I was still able to do good battle report, so I hope you like that. And or good, complete battle report, we will say. Good, you can decide whether or not it's good. But thanks a lot for basically all the people I met also at ETC. It was very cool to get some positive feedback on the content. It always helps us as content creator to get more motivation to continue to do that, because it still takes us a lot of time, especially when, like me, you are having a channel in French and a channel in English, and you do all battle report twice, which is a bit of more work than only one channel. Guys, thanks a lot for watching the battle report. Talk to you soon in the analysis video, conclusion video of ETC 2025. Goodbye.